Welcome back. Box office breakdown show here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinenberg. Today we're breaking down this past weekend's box office, which was the first box office month for September here in 2023, Labor Day weekend, September the 1st to September the 3rd. We'll include the 4th, depending on how much time we have. We're also going to talk about the 2023 domestic and worldwide numbers, and also breaking down what's upcoming in theaters this upcoming weekend. Welcome back here to Max Talks Movies. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell. Every single Monday, as well as other movie reviews, TV show reviews, and movie rankings. So please subscribe to the bell if you're new to the channel. Comment down below. What are your thoughts on this past weekend's box office? What are your projections for Nun 2 this upcoming weekend? And overall, what are your thoughts on the strike? And as all these movies continue to move their way out of 2023 with no end in sight to either the WGA and SAG strike. Also, please like the video, guys. Really helps the algorithm out on YouTube. The more times you guys like the video, the more times I'll be recommending to find new people to watch my videos on YouTube. So please hit that like button down below. So without further ado, let's get into this past weekend's box office with the domestic weekend of September 1st to the 3rd. And we have a new movie hitting the number one this past weekend. That is The Equalizer 3 from Sony Pictures. A massive win for The Equalizer 3. Opening to 34.6 million for the 3-day, around 42 million for the 4-day. Denzel Washington still brings in a lot of people. This is not one of the marquee for people action franchises, but this is a franchise high for The Equalizer. And it's only with a $70 million budget. This movie's gonna be definitely for at least profitable for Sony. A big win for Denzel Washington, proving again that he is still one of those rare movie stars out there that will draw people into the theaters. So Sony getting a win with Equalizer 3 at number 1. And its 7th weekend, Barbie is the runner-up this past weekend, dropping 32%, 10.2. In its 7th weekend, it's up to $609 million. Again, biggest movie of the year now, worldwide and domestic. It continues to do well. They did just announce that I believe next week, a week from today, September 12th, will be the day, I think they announced this, that they will be releasing it on digital for PVOD purchase. This is all before it goes to rental, and then it hits Max with no extra cost. So this will be the last weekend, if I'm not mistaken, that Barbie will be exclusively in theaters. They are re-releasing the film in IMAX on September 22nd with some bonus scenes and deleted scenes. So we'll see if also that does. So still a lot more money to be had here at the box office, but also we'll know how it does digitally very soon. In its 3rd weekend, and in 3rd place is Blue Beetle from Warner Brothers Discovery as well, dropping 41%, 7.1 million for Blue Beetle, now up to 56.4. Again, it definitely did. It's not dropping like flies, no pun intended. But this is still, these drops are not very big for this movie. It didn't really open very big. So even though it has nearly like $120 million budget, this movie's definitely probably will not be profitable unless a major word of mouth thing hits for this movie. So again, still up to debate if James Gunn's going to keep his word and bring some of these characters into his universe or not. But this is another, I think, not a good disaster movie where DC and Warner Brothers Media just announced that they lost hundreds of millions of dollars on their films released this year. So in general, so not really good luck for Warner Brothers Discovery. In 4th place in its 2nd weekend is Gran Turismo from Sony as well, but it took a massive 62% drop in its 2nd weekend. It didn't open that big. So this is a really bad drop for me that didn't open that big. 6.7 in its 2nd weekend, so up to 28.6 overall domestically. Not good at all for Gran Turismo. Clearly people are either confused that is it a video game movie? Is it a true story? The marketing did not do a great job. The word of mouth and critics isn't that great for this movie. So just Gran Turismo is really struggling at the box office. 60% drop isn't awful for movies that open the $50, $60, $70 million range, but for a film that opened below $30 million to drop 60%, that's not very good. So Sony has a success with Equalizer 3 and not really anything good with Gran Turismo. And then in 5th place, wrapping up the top 5, is Universal's Oppenheimer in its 7th weekend, dropping 30%, 5.7 million up to 308.7. Again, Oppenheimer just passed Inception to be the biggest non-Batman film in the career of Christopher Nolan at the box office. It just hung on to this top spot by $1 million over Ninja Turtles. So first time Ninja Turtles is not on the top 5 this past weekend. Oppenheimer hangs in the top 5. We look at the overall year domestically. Again, Barbie, still the biggest movie of the year now, the only film over $600 million domestically, 612. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse at 574.2. Super Mario at 574.2. Across the Spider-Verse at 381. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 at 4. Oppenheimer is at 5. Little Mermaid 6. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania 7. John Wick Chapter 4 8. Sound of Freedom 9, and Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny at 10. I say the same things every week, so I don't try to repeat myself as much. So just try to make things efficient here on these videos now. So far this year, we are up to 18 movies in the $100 million club. That was joined last week by Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. They're around another million from getting past Flash and Scream 6. But the question is, will we have another $100 million movie? Because a lot of movies are moving out. We don't know when the strike will end. It's going to be very interesting here to cover the box office, really from now on, as a lot of the big blockbusters are now not hitting theaters. Worldwide this year, Barbie's at $1.38 billion to Super Mario Bros. $1.35 billion. Oppenheimer's at 3 with 853. The fact that it's even close to $900 million for a 3-hour drama is really astonishing and a big win for Universal and Nolan. Guardians Volume 3 is now 9 behind Oppenheimer with 844 worldwide. Guardians of the Fast X is at 714. That's number 5. Across the Spider-Verse is 686 worldwide. It's number 6. And Little Mermaid's at 9 with 561 worldwide. And Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1's at 560.2 million worldwide. That's at number 10. So the upcoming weekend, the new movie, and you're going to hear this a lot over the next really 2 months, that it feels like it's going to be horror movie after horror movie after horror movie, as that will begin this month as we head towards Halloween, which is now 2 months away. So hitting theaters this upcoming weekend is the next film in the Conjuring universe with The Nun 2. The first Nun opened to 54 million domestically, which is one of the best openings, if not the best, I believe, opening of the entire franchise. There's been a lot of promotion. It's projected to open to 30. So I guess for The Nun's sake, they're hoping that there's a 3 in front of it in its opening weekend domestically. Also coming out in theaters this weekend for some reason is My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. The original film came out in 2002, a huge indie success, and the second film absolutely bombed when it came out in 2016. So 7 years after a pretty much disastrous sequel, and 21 years since the famed indie darling back in 2002. So we'll see if there's still an audience for My Big Fat Greek Wedding as it hits theaters also this upcoming weekend. So what are your thoughts on the box office? How will The Nun 2? What are your thoughts on the strikes affecting the box office? A lot of things coming to the channel this week. You're going to have my review of the new episode of Ahsoka tomorrow, as well as either Thursday, probably I'll do my spoiler review of the season finale of The After Party on Apple TV+. Hopefully the next week I'll get to see The Nun 2 as well. So more videos are coming to the channel. I'll see you guys soon.